On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ready? Willis going to look to throw first play. Check down here for Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Let's go now.
From just shy of midfield, Willis. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On now is the Titans punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Hey, hold. Come on.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A gain of 3, second down. This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Our game, the Titans and Bills, the first of 2 on this Monday night in Week 2. We'll see the Vikings and Eagles set to kick off in the nightcap right around 8:30 Eastern. Stay tuned for that. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So all the way down close to the goal line, good blocking up front, helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him, gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods scoring a touchdown against his former mate. points. And the Titans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on his...
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. This offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. 68 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20. But over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw into the hands of Hooper. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They go play action with Willis. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. That's taken at around the 40. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Willis now off of play action. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
Singletary loses it. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They'll try the right side with Henry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step, because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The Bills had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 101 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
Remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
To the air, Allen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick six ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hold it ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Flush to his right. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Look at 19. Ready.
3rd down, it's Willis. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, here's Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Willis. That's caught by McMath. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Let's go now.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong 1st half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the 1st half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. They go right back to Singletary. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Go, lead, go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Willis now off play action. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 39, Willis. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now a deep blow there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
This is fielded at the 27. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 168 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Willis. That pass taken in by Burks. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's a second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got an open man. It's Diggs on the comebacker. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Back now in Buffalo. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Play action. Here's Willis. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
The Titans on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the tackle by Baylon Spector.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are right back in this football game.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
One final try here for Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Inside handoff, Henry. Room here to run. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the night. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. McKenzie now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but this...
And, my goodness, another interception.
And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Henry again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation